Okay, let's go live now. This is James Maduke speaking. What are we going to talk about right now? Well, we're going to be talking about community sites, training sites, membership sites, and what the heck the difference is, and more importantly, why the one that you choose may be holding back your education business. So if you haven't joined these before, these are live sessions, ad hoc sessions, and what I do is I go through all the open tabs that I was kind of looking at the day before and taking a look and figuring out, well, how does this apply to starting, building, and growing an education business? So here's kind of the things I'm going to do. I'm going to go through kind of the differences between the community site, a training site, and why you even need one. Then we'll take a look at the two different approaches you can take to it, and then I'll take you behind the scenes and you can actually see what happens when you create one. So stay tuned to the end. All the links below, everything that you need to know about starting, building, or growing the education business will be here. But more importantly, you're going to be in a position to do something really neat with what it is that you already know and do. You're going to be able to share it. And if you want to build a business out of it, you're going to be able to do that too. So here's what I get asked all the time. I need a membership site, or I want a training site, or I want a community site. Kind of three different words, but what's really the difference between them? And I've always been a big fan of what I call a campus, building an education business campus, which is basically all of those put together. But if you think about it, if you're looking at it from a training site or a traditional training site, it's all about the courses, the completions, and the certifications of whatever it is you're trying to share, whether that be a skill that you're trying to teach someone or an outcome you're trying to provide based on what you're educating them about. The focus is kind of on the courses, right? There's some other pieces in there about engagement, like gamification, certification, and some other pieces that go along with it. And whether that's blended learning or live and online learning, again, a whole other gambit of stuff there. But that's kind of a training site focus where the courses come first. On the other hand, you may have a community site where the courses are secondary, and more importantly, it's about the interaction and the engagement and the learning between the members than it is about the learning that is from the instructor. So one is the instructor course focus, the other one is a community engagement focus. And then a membership site, for all intents and purposes, is all about having some kind of gateway between being a member and not being a member. And more importantly, a membership site can be a free membership or a paid membership. But at the end of the day, if you are a member of something, you have to register for something. So at trainingsites.io, and our whole business is about starting, building, and growing your education business, which can be a training site, a membership site, and a community. The question becomes, what am I going to do with the community? How am I going to create it? How am I going to put it all together with my courses? How am I going to have a paywall or have people either register or not register for it? And that's what we do for people, is we actually do that part so they can just worry about teaching. We'll take care of it. Or on Teach Online, we actually show you how to do it if you want to do it yourself. Again, the link's below if you want to find out about that service or that education. They're both there. So that's kind of the framework for it. But if you are going to have a community/training site, you have two choices. You can do it yourself and have it be part of your business that is hosted and managed by you. And I'm assuming that you're using WordPress, like almost 50% of the population that is online has a WordPress site or is using WordPress as part of their business. So you can kind of do it within WordPress. I'll show you one of those. The other one is a software as a service, which this is a third-party service that you get to purchase access to that provides all of the things that are in your training site. So let's take a look at two of them. That are softwares as services, and then the other one will be one that goes directly into WordPress. So here's the first one that I want you to look at. And if I take a look at this one here, this one is called heartbeat.chat. And this one and the second one I'm going to show you, again, the links are below. Heartbeat.chat has a 14-day free trial. The other one I'm going to show you, circle.so, has a 14-day trial. You can sign up for them. And I want you to think of this as your own private Facebook, where you have things that are similar to Facebook, which are a feed, events, pages, community members, people, whereas there's a directory of people who are either registered members of Facebook and or your particular community. And these ones are more specific. They have those features, but they're specific to your community. You own the community. You're hosting it on this third-party platform. Again, this one's really cool because you can do a couple things with it. And I'll just go quickly through the open tabs that we had open and the demo. I actually did a demo for one of our clients just to show them how this worked this morning. And I'm going to turn that into a bit of a little mini course. Goes through all the different pieces, but just to show you what's happening here in the background is we have what are called threads, and threads are just that. These are like your feeds or channels that you would have on your Facebook feed, for example, or if you have, what would be a good example? If you're using Slack or some of the other tools, you'll see there'll be different kind of channels in the feeds, but this one has a voice room, so you can actually have a voice where you can talk to each other. That one's there. We've got an intro feed, which is just people introducing themselves, a different category. There's one here is a general one where people just chat and basically go back and forth with each other as a live stream of consciousness, feed of information, just a channel that goes. You can do updates, you can comment on people, you can put links to all sorts of resources. We've got one for announcements, which are generally static announcements that are made by either a moderator or the owner of the community. You can ask some questions, and again, you can have some premium tools or things that you can set up that are for either paid members or members that you can have it set up, obvious premium. In this case, we've got it set up so it's a paid member would have to have stuff there. We've got courses in here, so you can actually put courses directly in your community. So if you have a regular blog or a regular website that is telling about, traditional products and services you sell, who you are, your blog posts, things like that, you can have that in your regular WordPress site. This is a third-party service that would allow you to do that. Just take care of all of the different pieces that you would have that relate to what it is you're trying to teach or share with people. So we've got courses. You can put your courses in here. We've got docs. So you've got a resource or a library of documents that are related to what it is that you're trying to teach and the community you're trying to build. The one that's really cool with this one, Heartbeat, is it is very, very strong, again, in terms of events. And what that means to you is you can do paid events or public events. You can actually charge through the tool, registration through the tool, and deliver through the tool. There's a live delivery system here with the audio live interaction, but you can also hook up or integrate your Zoom account into this. So you can have events with a landing page. All that stuff's taken care of. The registration's taken care of. You basically have to get in and do your teaching and instructing. So that one's kind of neat. The directories, matchups, analytics. This is a system that basically takes care of everything for you. It allows you to do things like courses and events and communities and discussions and feeds and channels, but it's a third-party service. So that's an example of one that's done for you. I'll tell you a little bit right now. This one, the reason I'm looking at it is because this focus on this community for what I come across as thinking it is for is this focus is specifically or more specific to an individual instructor or someone who's teaching something where it's them that are answering the questions. It's them that are the focus of the community. So this one works really well, in my opinion, if that is the focus for your education business. On the other hand, if you want to go and kind of move up a little bit, what you might want to do is go to this next one here, and I'll show it to you again, 14-day trial. This one's called circle.so. Another one, and this one, it's an all-in-one site for building communities. And this one, just to give you a couple little, not caveats, but differences on it. This one does have, and I'll just open up the products here so you can see it. This one does have on this one, if I'm not mistaken, this one, branded app. So they have Circle Plus. One of the things you can do with this one is have the app. The other one, the Heartbeat, didn't see an app that I saw, and I haven't seen it in the trial yet. But this one almost looks similar to the Heartbeat.app one. It's just a little more rounded out and a little more customization, more integrations. And this one, I think, is better suited to having bigger groups and or multiple separate groups that are all related to a particular topic. So this is one that I probably look at if you were thinking about, hey, I've got multiple instructors, or I have multiple courses that are all related in my hub and spoke education business. I've got my core program, all these other pieces that are out, and you need to have separate groups or separate sort of smaller communities for the sections. This one would probably be one that would be a little bit better. These ones on the pricing, again, $49 is where it starts for a basic one, and I think $99 is a one paid monthly. The one for previously when I showed you the heartbeat.chat, that one starts at $49 a month. So this one's a little more expensive. Again, paid and not paid groups, membership sites, courses, all your delivery of courses, everything can be here directly in this one setup. And events are here as well. Although my understanding, again, I haven't spent too much time in this particular demo. The events aren't as flexible as they are in Circle as they are in Heartbeat. So that's kind of a cool one. We're all set there, and you can go take a look at those. Now, the interesting thing is when I take a look here at the interface, just to give you an example, you'll see that the interface on Circle is with 3 columns. So we've got a sidebar, center, and a sidebar. If I go take a look at the training site ones, we've got a sidebar. Oh, sorry, we're looking. I thought I had my screen on. Let me go back to that. So on the one, pardon me, for Circle, we've got a sidebar on the left here. We've got the center section, and then we've got the sidebar on the right. If we go to the heartbeat.chat one, we've got a sidebar on the left, sidebar on the right, and again, a center section. So these ones are all kind of similar in their layout. Most of the features are the same. In the Circle one, if we take a look at this one, you'll notice that the focus a little bit more is on the courses and I think the membership groups here. Again, a little more of a focus there. This one also allows you to go live with video. I didn't see the ability to go live with video specifically on the Heartbeat one. So we've got these 2 kinds of setups. Both of them allow you to have communities and courses and membership. So it's that whole campus approach. The idea is, which one do I want to do? Do I want one that's taking care of me where I'm renting some space from someone, or do I want to have it on my own campus that I own, that I have to do a little bit more work for? Now, again, if you want all this done for you, either setting these up or managing them or helping you market them, that's what we do at trainingsites.io. You're certainly welcome to reach out and go to trainingsites.io/talk, book some time with me. If you want to have it done like this, where it's kind of part of your other business, or it's separate on a separate URL or a separate subdomain of your business, and you kind of want that community as a standalone item, you can do that. The other thing you can do is you can say, you know what, I want to kind of be in control on my WordPress site. And one of the tools that we use is called BuddyBoss on WordPress. We build these campuses for BuddyBoss, and it basically allows you to have all of the same material, courses, and community on your own WordPress site. But the thing that obviously comes with this is you have the entire flexibility of the whole ecosystem from WordPress. So that's things like gamification, certification, doing things like document repositories, events, everything that you want to do is the flexibility is available to you. And in fact, you can include mobile apps on this as well. The other thing for this one too is because it's on WordPress, this one, if you choose, it can be for an individual being in charge and control basically of what they teach. But you can also go to the opposite extreme where you can have all sorts of different groups that are kind of standalone groups within your community. So it gives you a lot more flexibility, I think, than the standalone versions. The thing is, you've got to have it on your WordPress site, and you've got to decide, is it something, do I need the flexibility, and do I want to take care of it myself, or do I want to hire someone like you, James, to do it for me, whether it be starting, building, and growing that whole part of your business, or do you just need a tiny part for yourself that you want to keep a little bit smaller? Then it might be something that you want to use like the circle.so or the heartbeat.chat. These are all options that are available to you. And the one thing I just want you to think of, I just looked at a couple open tabs that we had here before. And again, these are ones we run into with clients all the time. If you are serious about building an education business, having a course is not enough. Having a community is not enough. You need to combine them together and have an experience and an education. And I think that's where everything is going these days with the large push with content creation and calling it courses, which it isn't. This whole idea of having a group of people together working towards a common goal, whether it is a particular skill or a specific outcome, and you had the expertise to teach it, I think that's a huge opportunity for you to take advantage of, and more importantly, be able to build a business on and enjoy doing it while you're doing it. So if you want to take a look at these, I put the link below. I know these ones were two kind of separate tabs. They don't have anything to do with AI tools today, but for all intents and purposes, the content that you're creating, whether it be from your personal experience and or created by AI and enhanced by what we've been talking about over the last little while, this is a huge opportunity and a framework to keep focused on as you start building out, sharing what it is that you already know and do, and more importantly, building a business, educating other people about that. So hope you enjoyed it. This is James Maduke speaking from trainingsites.io and teachonline.io, where we show you how to start, build, and grow your own business. Reach out, talk to us. We're here to help.